Hi, second graders. We're back with another reading lesson today, and we are going to be talking about the same story that we just finished reading yesterday called Eagles and Eaglets. Remember, eaglets are the babies or the offspring. We learned about a new word yesterday, which is pretty cool. Today we are going to be talking about the main topic, what that story was mainly about, and then some of the important facts or details that we learned from this story. So we're going to start with our main topic. What do you think we were mainly reading about?
Walruses.
Oh, Mrs.
No?
Grant.
Was that?
It's kind of in the
Oh!
title.
Eagles.
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 You must have been reading a walrus book at home.
I don't know.
You got
I've been
confused.
dreaming about them walruses. They're on my mind.
We have been reading about eagles, and so eagles are going to be our main topic. All right. Now, that book was pretty short, but it was filled with some really interesting facts about eagles and their offspring. One thing that I remember about the eagles is where they live. Do you remember we talked about something that the eagle builds that is as big as our bed, or maybe me standing on top of your shoulders?
Their nest.
Yeah. So I thought that was a really cool fact. It was really interesting, and I want to write that here. So I'm going to write, and you can follow along with me for this one, that eagles build nests. I got a little close there. That's really two different
Build
words.
nests.
Build nests. I
It's a
just
new
said
word.
it really,
Build
really
nests.
quickly. There's a space here. Eagles build nests. Now, Mrs. Grant, do you remember why they build a nest?
Well, they want to stay safe.
They do want to stay safe, but they're getting ready to have...
Oh, eaglets. They're babies. They're
Yeah.
offspring.
They have the nest so that they can lay their eggs and eventually have their offspring. So eagles build nests and lay eggs.
And those big nests help protect those baby eagles.
That is a pretty big nest for a bird that's not all that big. I mean, they're large.
I mean, they're
but-
pretty big birds,
But they're not 9 feet.
they're not.
They're not. Okay. So eagles build nests and lay eggs. Now, the story also talked to us about some other important facts about eagles. Is there anything you remember about the eagle story?
Well, I'm thinking there were a lot of things in that story. I remember them talking about
Remember their wings at all?
they were like
Their
fingertips.
feathers.
They spread them. They soar. That they have to take.
real.
They have to take care of them. They have to groom them.
Yes, they have to take really good care of their feathers. In fact, it even said in the book they need to use their beak to help make sure that they stay clean. Because without feathers, do you know what might happen?
They won't be able to fly. That's for sure.
They'd be bald eagles.
That's good. And not just on top of their head,
Just bald
like everywhere.
eagle.
Bald all over them.
That's a joke. They probably wouldn't be able to fly if they didn't have feathers.
Yeah.
That was just a joke right off the top of my head,
It was-
guys.
it
This
was-
is great.
It was as good as the jokes our second graders tell us at the end of our morning meeting.
Yes, I love those. All right, so let's add in here a detail that eagles.
It's a good thing there's two of us to help
I
each other
know.
remember, huh?
Eagles must take good care of their feathers. All right. Now, you know what I'm thinking, Mrs. Grant?
That you're going to ask me to remember a third detail?
No.
Whew, okay.
In fact, I think it's important for our students to try and think of a fact that they remember from the story.
What if they don't remember anything? What could they do?
That's a great question. They don't have this book at home, but they could go back to yesterday's video and they could re-watch that video and think of a fact that they remember. They could write something about the babies and what the parents have to do for them. They could write something about what the eagles look like, or I don't know, how they're similar to their babies.
How old is an eaglet when it becomes an adult and can take care of itself?
Give you a hint, younger than you.
Yep.
Any of those facts that you remember or you want to go back to the story and find, I bet you can find something on your own that's an important fact from our story.
Yeah, don't leave this square blank, all right?
Mm-mm-mm.